My name is Duddy, so I do builds and stuff, and today I've got an absolutely insane 1-tap, 2-tap build featuring the new Buried Bloodline exotic sidearm. It's an absolute monster, and we're going to make it absolutely crazy. 1-tapping, 2-tapping in master difficulty stuff and GMs. We're also going to be featuring Mantle of Battle Harmony to get a 25% damage increase, plus all the weakening you get from this sidearm. Look at that, GMs, 1-tap, out of there. So, the Buried Bloodline, it is a brand new exotic sidearm. It's got the perk on there, Hunger and Quarrel. Double fires tracking bolts, landing bolts, leeches health from the target. It's 100 rounds per minute, so it hits like an absolute steam train. And it's also got Violent Reanimation on there. Multiple final blows with this weapon. Grant Devour to the wielder. So you can walk around, do plenty of damage, and just have Devour on tap. All you got to do is just get a couple of kills. You'll proc that Devour. You'll see down that bottom left I've got that Devour going. You'll also see that I've got something called Energy Siphon going as well, which we'll go into in a moment. But that is the Devour going. All you got to do is just get a couple of kills and you've got that Devour going on tap. While you've got the Devour going, once you've got the catalyst on this weapon, while Devour is active, this weapon also weakens on hit. So you're going to get a 15% debuff as well, whilst you've got that Devour going. And because we're on a Void Warlock, we're going to have Devour going pretty much all of the time. It's really, really easy to do. Get a couple of kills, proc that Devour, and then on top of that, you're going to apply a weakening effect. So I've just got some numbers to show you on Carl, just to show you this weakening effect. So you'll see there, 11,000, and it goes all the way up to 12,940. That is the 15% damage increase. That is from the weakening, but we can also add this exotic Mantle of Battle Harmony. Now what this does, takedowns with weapons that have a matching type to your subclass element grant you super energy. So when you don't have your super, if you remember that first clip, that Energy Siphon, you'll see that proccing every time you get a kill. But then when you've got your super, basically what happens is you get a 25% damage increase every time you get a kill with the matching element. So in this case it's Void. You'll see here the Energy Siphon, that is the first part of the Mantle of Battle Harmony. But then when you've got your super, that disappears and you're going to get a 25% damage increase. That is the second part of Mantle of Battle Harmony. While your super energy is full, you instead gain a temporary bonus to weapon damage of the type matching your subclass element. Like I said, it's Void. So if you remember that number against Carl, 12,940, what you're going to see now is you're going to see the Devour, the weakening effect, and the Mantle of Battle Harmony going at the same time. You'll see there that Void weapon boost on the bottom left times 4, and it's going to go all the way up to 16,175. So basically what we've got going on there is we've got the weakening effect 15% plus the 25% from Mantle of Battle Harmony from getting a kill. And it's absolutely a monster. Really, really good, monstrous sidearm once you've got this exotic paired with it. So, really, really strong. Really, really easy to do. And then on top of that, you've also got infinite weakening and infinite Devour going, which we can take full advantage of on a Void subclass, which we'll go into in a moment. But this clip here, you'll just see I've not actually got my super, but I wanted to show you how good this sidearm is without the Mantle of Battle Harmony. It's got loads of range, and you can apply that weakening effect wherever you want, and it's really good, obviously, for your heavy weapons, tanky targets. But you'll see in this clip, I've got my super now, and these are GM enemies. Look at this, 1-tap. These fellas usually take a couple of shots with other weapons, but look at that, just 1-tapping. Easy days, you've got that Mantle of Battle Harmony going, and it does loads and loads of damage once you've got that Mantle of Battle Harmony going against tanky targets. Look at the state of that, loads of range. Getting all that damage boost, the weakening effect, and the 25% from Mantle of Battle Harmony. And again, this is 1830 stuff. Really sort of usually pretty tanky targets in this mission here as well. And you'll see here how easy this setup just chews through these enemies. Absolutely insane. So I just want to sort of clarify what we've actually got going on here. We've actually got the weakening effect of 15% plus the 25% from Mantle of Battle Harmony. So you've literally got an infinite amount of damage just rolling on so easily to do. A 40% damage increase, it actually works out to be a little bit more. Just simply by getting a kill, that's all you have to do is get a kill. Apply that weakening effect, get that 25% extra damage from the Mantle of Battle Harmony, plus the weakening. Feed the Void is an excellent aspect to run with this one because defeating a target with a Void ability to activate Devour, that's just another way to activate Devour. We've also got Child of the Old Gods. This is just Void Souls are weakened, and it gives you massive chunks of grenade and class ability energy back as well. So these two just enhance the build, enhances the Devour, enhances the weakening effects. Another ways to proc all of these aspects, Devour and weakening effects. You've just literally got infinite Devour, infinite weakening effects. And again, this is 1840 Lost Sector. There is no Void Burn on this. As we know, it's a solar season. So this build is just so strong. Basically, next season or something like that, when we get a Void Burn, it's going to be even stronger. And a weakening effect on the fly is just so helpful. It is absolutely crazy. And then the other thing I just want to sort of touch on, I've used this weapon quite a lot, and I think it's severely underrated. It's got so much range, and what it actually reminded me of, it's not really actually feeling like a sidearm. It actually feels more like an Ariana's Vow, like a hand cannon, a really hard hitting hand cannon. As long as you can hit them shots, you can literally walk around, 1 tap, 2 tap, and apply infinite weakening. We'll go a little bit more into the actual build now, but there's some fragments that you can really take advantage of. One of the fragments that I'm just going to feature is this one, Echo of Starvation. Whenever you pick up a Void Breach or an Orb of Power, which can be from your teammates as well, you're also going to proc your Devour, which then in turn actually procs the weakening effect from the sidearm as well. So in this situation here, is a bit far away, but because you've picked up that Orb, you've procced your Devour, switch to your sidearm, apply that weakening effect, and you're giving you and your teammates a 15% debuff anywhere on the map, basically, wherever you shoot from. And that weakening effect is just an absolute crazy bonus just to have on the fly. Super easy. And you'll notice how many orbs you get if you play with teammates or creating orbs yourself or void breaches, just getting that extra weakening effect as well as your grenades and your childhood or gods from literally anywhere across the map is just really strong. Applying that anywhere you want really feels really good. So all I'll do now is just quickly go over the rest of my fragments and mods that I like to run. Echo Undermining is a no-brainer. Your void grenades weaken targets, just more weakening for you and your teammates. On top of that, I also like to run Echo Persistence to make your void buffs have a longer duration, specifically Devour for this case, make that have an increased duration. Echo of Starvation, which we've got into. Picking up a Void Breach or an Orb of Power grants Devour, but that pairs really nicely with this one because we're weakening everything all of the time. Defeating weakened targets creates an Orb of Power and a Void Breach, so you've literally got infinite weakening and orbs everywhere. Repair, I like to run this on my class item. Shortly after using your class ability, your next weapon kills, spawns an orb. Double Bombers, I like to run a couple of them just to keep that grenade recharge nice and healthy. So Repair and Double Bomber on my legs. Because Mantle of Battle Harmony doesn't stack with weapon surges, you can take advantage of a couple of really good mods like Harmonic Scavenger. Picking up Void Ammo gives you increased reserves. Harmonic Holster gradually reloads your stored void weapons, and then stacks on stacks. I like to run stacks on stacks to double my orb pickups for my grenade recharge on my arms, which I'll show you in a moment. But on my chest piece, Concussive Dampener, couple of resistance mods, whatever you want. And then again, I also like to run Void Harmonic Reserves. Increases the amount of ammo you can carry for your Void weapons, which is particularly good for the Void sidearm. Now this is why I run stacks on stacks. Because Mantle of Battle Harmony again doesn't stack with weapon surges, we may as well build into grenades. So grenade kickstart, when your grenade energy is fully expended, your armor charge is consumed and you gain more grenade energy for each armor charge used. That's why I run stacks on stacks, so you can have loads of grenades as well with this build, which is obviously a right good bonus. And then Firepower, your grenade final blows also create orbs of power, which also pairs nicely with some of the fragments that we've seen. On the helmet, Harmonic Siphons and no-brainer, rapid void final blows create an orb of power. And then I would suggest running the special ammo finder for this sidearm, because you do seem to run out of special ammo a little bit, but this paired with special ammo scout for your teammates fixes that problem. So all of these combined give you Devour, weakening, loads and loads of damage, be able to 1 tap, 2 tap, quite a lot of things in all the harder stuff in the game. Now what I've also got to show you in a moment is just a little tip that, like a little trick that you can do with Mantle of Battle Harmony. Because if we just concentrate again just on that last part of Mantle of Battle Harmony while your super energy is full, you instead gain a temporary bonus to weapon damage of the type matching your subclass element. doesn't have to be the same weapon. So if you get a kill with the sidearm, for example, which again I've gone over loads of times, is going to apply that weakening effect to targets, but you'll see there that void weapon boost, I've got it ×4. Switch to your heavy and you still get that ×4 as well, as long as it's a void weapon. So get a kill, switch to that void weapon, and you're absolutely laughing. You can get the 25% on your heavy weapons as well. I just wanted to throw that little tip in there for you. I hope you found this helpful. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.